Hey guys, what's up? Elder Sean here. Let me see if everything is working well. Yes. Hey guys, what's up? Elder Jean here from Victorious Man Network. Guys, it can be that the live stream is a little bit late as I'm speaking right now, but during the live stream, everything is gonna work out very well. So listen, guys, tonight is my first time that I'm speaking in English. I'm doing this live stream in English, and I really don't know how it's gonna go, but I know it's gonna be all right because Jeffrey here, my special guest, to God be the glory, he does also speak Dutch, but he expresses himself very well in English. So if I cannot come out of my words, as lately, if I cannot come out of my words, so Jeffrey is gonna help me out. So let me just a little bit introduce myself as what we do as Victorious Men Network. For some of you guys, you already know that Victorious Men Network, we are here to inspire young men in areas of family, faith, business, and I miss one more. Let me see. Life, family, faith, and business. Exactly. Life, family, faith, and business. We're here to inspire them to become victorious. And the word victorious means that you go through stuff in life, you go through struggles in life, but you overcome them. And when you overcome those struggles, then you are victorious. And we want to do those kind of things though by how do you say, by sharing our personal story, because I believe by sharing our personal story we can inspire others also to, how can you say that, to express their feelings, especially as a man. We know that as a man we often don't speak about our emotions, we often don't like to talk about how we feel, you know. So by doing this, by sharing our personal stories and our personal experience, I want to inspire young men to start speaking, to start talking about their emotion, to starting open up themselves. So that's the goal that we have with Victorious Man Network. So let me just see a few things, see if everything's working well, because there's always something with the internet and things like this. We are live on Facebook and we're also live on YouTube. So it can be that some of the reactions that you are getting on the screen, maybe you are wondering where does those comments comes from. So some comes from YouTube and others comes from Facebook. All right. So let me see a few things. Yes. Okay. Everything's work well. So with that said, let me then bring my special guest to the broadcast so that we can start talking about mother love. 2 weeks ago, we also spoke about mother love in Dutch, but now we're speaking about mother love in English. And this time we're going to speak about how is it for a man, especially black men, to grow up without a mother's love. You know, that's the biggest question of tonight. And my special guest, Jeffrey, he gonna tell us his experience about growing up without mother love. Yes. So I'm gonna count in three, and then I'm gonna bring my special guest on the broadcast. Yes. So three, two, one. All right, let's do this.
Uh,
Yeah,
uh,
Jeffrey.
yo,
How's my English? How's my English so
I'm,
far, man?
you're quite well with that. I'm really impressed, man.
Yeah,
Really,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Thanks,
man.
man. Thanks. Thanks,
Yo,
man.
you were like 3, 2, 1. Da, da, da. Yeah, like, hey everyone, my name is Jeffrey here. I mean, this is the first time my brother has invited me to like this platform. And like I said, like it's really a big inspiration and that. So I just hope like me being here and sharing obviously my story is also maybe gonna like have an impact on someone else's life or like be an inspiration as well. So yeah, man, I'm Jeffrey. I'm Jeffrey. I'm 28 years of age. And yeah, I live in Belgium. Yeah, I speak Dutch, I speak English, but obviously English is my mother tongue. That's the kind. I want English back then. That's okay. So how do we start about this now, bro?
Nice, nice. Jeffrey, 20 years old,
No, 20,
lives in
bro,
Belgium.
28 years. After
28,
20,
eh?
yeah, man.
So, wow, 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 wow. You're a
Yeah,
big
man.
man now. I thought maybe you were like 23, 24, you know, but you're 28, bro. or over 2 years, then you become 30. So you will come to the 30s, man. Wow, wow. So my Jeffrey, you didn't tell us, where do you come originally from?
Yeah, man. So, Ali, I'm Ghanaian, or like that's me now from there,
Ah,
Honey.
from I thought you were Nigerian, man.
Nah, man, I'm not Nigerian, but like we look quite a bit similar. But like I'm straight 100% Ghanaian blood. Like my mom and my dad.
Okay.
I was born in Ghana. I was born in Ghana. I schooled in Ghana. I speak like local Ali dialect van Honey Ali. You know. So yeah, man. I speak Ali. I speak like four languages from Ghana. 100%.
Nice, man. Nice, man. Nice, bro.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, okay. So,
Mhm.
Jeffrey, without no further ado, let's get started with the broadcast with, of course, Mother's Love. And I really because I know you're from work, we work together, and you told me a little bit about your story. And we, of course, we had work, so we cannot talk too much. Like in the 5 or 10 minutes that you told me about your story, I was like, wow, but this is like so inspirational because you're the first person that I know so closely that grew up without a mother. Normally, all my friends that I know, they all grow up without a father. So for me, you was the first person that I was like, oh, whoa, you're the black person and you grow up without a mother. It's something new for me. I need to hear more of this, and that's why I say, when I was thinking about mother love, because in the month May is Mother Days, so I was thinking, okay, I'm going to do one live with Mother's Love
Yeah.
from boys who really love their mother. And I thought also about you because I would also like to let people know another story like growing up without mother's love. Often, as a black man, we all hear about growing up without father, things like that. So I really don't have any kind of experience about growing up without mother. So that's why I said I need to ask you to come here on Victorious Men Network and just share your story because I really can. How can I say? I can't imagine how it is for a man to grow up without his mother love. So the I'm gonna say the important question of tonight: how is it for you? Let us go back to the past, because I like to go back to the past and then come to the present and then we go to the future, so
Yeah.
bring us back to the past. How was it for you as a young black boy growing up without a mother? Tell us, man.
It was with so much sorrow, bro. It was very painful.
Mm,
I'm not gonna lie about that. And I already had this discussion with you. Like, I don't like to talk about this because the moment I start talking about that, it comes with like so many emotions and that.
I
Like,
understand, man.
bro, like we grew up in Africa, and obviously Africa is not like Europe. My dad was in Europe. My dad was in Amsterdam, but I was a baby, like, so I didn't know what going in it.
How old are you?
I was born in Africa. My dad used to live in Europe. He was in Europe. He was in
Yeah,
Amsterdam. I was 4 years old when I
for you
lost.
as well.
I lost my mom at 4 years old. I didn't even know I lost my mom because I don't have any memory. You
Of
understand?
course.
So
Yes.
like, so I was a baby, obviously, and my mom was a twin. So my mom's twin sister was also in like Africa. So
Okay.
she,
Wow.
she had to raise me up. But because my dad wasn't around, I was more of like sometimes with the aunties, sometimes with the Oma and the Opa. Like you understand, like
Yes.
because my
Mm-hmm.
and growing up without a mom, this is actually very like painful than
Mm.
growing up without a dad. Like
Tell me why.
it goes hand in hand, but like I already had this conversation with you. I told you like there are some things that like it is very easy for a woman to play a mom and like a dad at the same time. It is very easy,
Mm.
but it is very hard as a father to play mother and father at the same time. Does that make
Mm,
sense?
mm, 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 mm.
Go into deeper. For instance, it is very easy for a woman who is a widow that has lost their husband to raise up the kids as be there for them as the mom and the dad that than easy for a dad to still be the mom and the dad. It doesn't work like
Mm,
I not I in my opinion I just think like men are not like naturally like that. You understand? That's what I'm saying. I was saying that like
mm.
if I grew up without a dad, maybe it would have been something else. You
Yes.
understand? Because
Yes.
women are able to see you through like that. Like you understand? But with men, it's like the man takes a lot of responsibilities. It's like like he can't maybe have time to always be there for like school stuff and this, that, 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 that. And
Yeah.
like it's true, cause like me when I was in school, I went to the boarding school and that like it was not always that my dad was around, bro.
Yes.
But if my mom was alive, there's no way that like my mom like would just be doing something else and she wouldn't want to come see me in school and stuff like that. Does that make sense? So
Yeah.
like it has so many details and it has so many like impacts as well as a human being that like
Yes.
me growing up. So like I only grew up to I think like 17, 16 years before I found out how my mom died. You understand?
Wow.
And
Mm.
they didn't want to tell me because my mom actually died with like so my mom was going to give birth after me, like so let's say my the one who was supposed to come after me, and she died with the baby in the
Wow.
hospital. You
Wow.
understand? So when I lost my mom when I was growing up, I used to go to school. I would see like everyone's mother or family parents coming to school, bringing them gifts, bringing them food, and I'm just thinking like, then it would just put me in tears, and I'll be crying, and I'll be, you know. So it's like I only grew up with the energy and the positivity of thinking like, oh,
Yeah.
like your mom's spirit is there always watching over you, taking you places. All you have to do is like be a good boy and you're gonna make it in life. You understand? So
Yes.
that's the only thing like even till now, sometimes I'm still a little bit depressed. I'm not even gonna like it's like a cut on me that like sometimes I have some challenges in life that I need a woman to speak to.
Yes. 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 Yes.
like like sometimes like because I'm a man on my own. I don't talk to my dad about stuff, but no matter how old you get as a man, you can always talk to your mom.
True,
Yeah.
true, man. You always be like a small boy, you know, because
You
even
know
me, I'm 24 years old, but my mom treats me always like this
exactly.
baby boy that, come to me. But I understand her because I'm a parent too right now, and
Yeah.
as soon as sometimes when I think about my children, some music of them that when they were like 3 years old, they listened up. So when I listen to those songs, I go back in time. I can remember again with how they are playing. But when I told them, look, you love so much that music, he's like, what's this for music? I don't like this. My son is like 8 years now. He's gonna turn 9. So when I put some like songs when he was 3 years, he's like, what is this? But for me and my wife, we are like stuck in time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I understand very well
Yeah.
what you mean, man.
So like I was saying, also I had to so like yeah, so I don't really remember about my childhood because I was still a young kid.
Yes.
It was for school. School was really hard, especially when I was in the boarding school. I was always crying a lot. Like
Mm.
anytime I think about my mom, anytime I'm like a bit sad or like disappointed, then I'm just crying and I won't like I miss my mom. I'm like I don't even know what I don't. The thing is, you don't even know what having a mom feels like because
Mm.
like yeah, I had aunties in it. My mom was a twin. My mom's twin sister.
So tell us a little bit about your twin, your auntie. But she looks like like your mother because there are some twins that will look like 100%
No,
from each other.
they were unidentical twins. Like they were not
Yeah,
really. Yeah, they were unidentical. At
but
least
made it that easy for you, like to, I don't know, maybe to not forget your mom, because they look so equally with each other.
bro, the thing is, I knew I didn't have a mom. I knew that I lost my mom, but the thing is, no one was telling me why.
Mm, okay.
So it's like growing up was so much traumatized because I kept asking myself questions. Like, I'm
Wait,
always asking,
no.
what happened to my mom? Like,
Mm,
you understand? So, and no one didn't want to tell you because they feel like you are too young. And maybe if they tell you, it's going to have an impact on your life. But like, it was actually damaging me, bro. Because it's
yeah.
like, I would be in school and it's like I would just be thinking about my mom, like why I'm seeing people's mom bring them gifts, bring them food,
Yes.
and my aunties are coming over, but I'm still thinking like, where is my mom? Like,
Mm,
you understand? Where like it was really so
well,
like it has positivity and negativity though, because it's like it also made me a very strong man.
yeah.
Like I didn't have a mom, so that sort of connection to have like the motherhood thing wasn't with me. So I was more like, I'm a man. I have to go get like I have to be hard. I have to fight for this. I have to get this.
Well,
Everything was in a very hard way for me. Like you have to wake up, go to the shop and hustle, make money. Like
yeah.
do something for yourself. It's not that you have someone to rely to. Like you don't have a mom that's gonna look out for you. Like so, just focus on your life. Go make money. Like you know what I mean. So like
Yes.
yeah, that was the sort of mindset I grew up with. But it
Bro,
was
let us go to that, because you were growing up with the question. You knew that from the inside, you knew that my mom is not here, but nobody wanted to tell you. Is that not one of the, I think, like, as African people and African parents, we should do better in this, because now that I'm a father too, and my daughter, like, when they're like 3 4 years old, they understand things that, because me myself, I always thought the children don't understand nothing. But till I become a father, and I've seen how my children, like 3 4 years, they already knew things, and they came with questions. Why is this happen? Why is this happen? And and we learn here in Europe that it's very important to speak to your children, to also, like, how do you say, to explain them, even though you cannot explain like fully. At least you can explain them a little bit, so that they can know, like, okay, this is the reason why. And when your children is asking you something, and you're like, oh, you're too small to understand, then for you as a child, it's like, why I cannot understand. I cannot put this question. I'm questioning myself all the time. Where is she, why is she gone? But I don't have the answer.
bro. You know what's crazy? The thing is, sometimes as a man, I've been through so much in life that sometimes you make certain mistakes and you regret so much. Then you ask yourself that if your mom was alive, you wouldn't make this mistake.
Mm,
Understand? Because she would actually advise you properly. She would like be protective, make sure that like women are actually nosy. Like they want to know everything for their
mm,
they question you. They like so I think like if she was alive, like sometimes I just go through like through so much and I'm just crying and I'm just thinking like if my
yes.
mom was alive, I wouldn't have made this decision, or she wouldn't have allowed me to do this, that. So like it has so many impacts, bro. Like it has like it's crazy. And
I understand, man.
when I think about it, I don't think like everyone deserves to be in such a situation, because
Mm,
me, I don't know what motherhood love feels like. Like I've had a stepmom as well. Like I've had because my dad moved on, innit? I had stepmom, and like the bond wasn't that great. The bond only became great when I matured. I think the
mm,
became great when I was like from 2022 going. Then I started to realize that all the sort of problems and the fights and the quarrels I was having with her were unnecessary. Like I just,
yes,
you understand? Because it's like they have to accept you because they are with your dad, but then
yes,
you have to accept someone that's not your mom. Like you are thinking like,
yes. It's like, wow, yeah.
how are you not my mom, but you want to talk to me like this? You understand?
Yeah, it's
That's
difficult. So,
all.
how old were you? How old were you when you had a stepmom? Because when you
Uh,
are 4, it's different than when you are like 10 years old, and
so,
then a stepmom comes in.
so you know what's crazy? So my dad loved my mom so much that so after I lost my mom at 4, my dad didn't marry till I was 15.
Wow.
Yeah, man. That's
Chapeau for the man. Seriously,
yeah,
respect it.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah, man.
Wow.
Yeah. So my dad didn't marry till I was 15. So it's like I was only around 15 and I had a stepmom. You understand?
Wow. Yeah,
And
then I understand why it's so difficult, because you are like a young boy in the puberty. I don't know how to say puberty in English, but you
yeah,
know,
so it's like it was very hard because like this lady is just trying to talk to me like, hey, you understand? And I'm like, where I going from? Like, you can't talk to me like that. And so we had lots
yeah,
of like
I understand, man.
that, but bro, like it's really crazy. Like sometimes I just like what? It's very hard to explain because I don't know what having a mom feels like.
Yeah, I understand very well, bro.
I don't know. So it's like sometimes I just do whatever I want and I don't even think about it. And living sometimes even it has an impact in your relationship, bro.
Of
Because
course, yeah.
like, but one thing about me is I've always respected women. Like I don't disrespect.
It's because of your that you because you were you said like you had also sisters, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, it's because of how was your bond with your sisters? Were
So
they the one who like raised you a little bit up besides your aunties and things like that?
So the thing is like I have one like big sister and two kid sisters. But the thing is the bond with my big sister was great because obviously we were the same like blood, innit? But
Yeah.
like, so she's actually always been there for me. But you know, she also has to like move on with her life, like
Yes.
do her stuff. So she looks out for you and that. But she was also in Europe and I was in Africa. I had to grow up
Oh,
with
wow.
my my grandparents, like my auntie, my mom's twin sister, and my grandmom and granddad. You understand? So like it was different because it's like you have a big sister. She lives in London. Like you are talking to her and that, but like she also comes to holidays once in a while. You know that was even later before like Europe. So it's like the bond was there, but it was not like you lived together in the same
Yes,
house.
it's different when you live together. Yes.
Yeah,
Hmm.
exactly. It's different. It's different. So it was really like that. But bro, like not having a mom is very serious because there are a lot of things that your mom would do for you that your dad can't do. Trust me.
Yes, I
Like,
understand, man.
like there are a lot of sacrifices that women would make for their kids. Like you know, like that's why we know the saying like having like you they carry you for 9 months already. Like women
That,
are
yeah, the bond is differently, you know. Yeah, that's something that only moms can understand. Even me as a father cannot understand how is the bond between, my wife and our children. I can't. So
Because like my dad always made sure I'm good. Like my dad would buy whatever you want for you. He doesn't care. You need this, he buys it for you. But he doesn't care whether like you are happy in school or you are not. What do you need to make you happy? He will provide it.
yeah.
So he's the
The moms will always say, "Be careful, don't do this. You're spoiling him too much," or things like that.
you
Yeah,
understand? But it's like a mom, like you know what? I'm always struggling. Like I ask myself questions that I don't know what it feels like to have a mom. But if I also had a mom, what would it have been like compared to now? Do you understand the
yes,
question?
I understand. Yeah,
So I'm always trying to find the balance, and I'm just thinking like, but I just think like it has a deep impact on my life because even
of
now,
course.
in my relationship, it's like because I've not had a mom before, like I want my girlfriend to be my mom.
Yes, I understand. Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes. Yeah.
and like sometimes it's also a bit hard because it's like you are expecting too much.
Yes,
It's
especially
like,
when you don't know, especially when you don't know how it feels, but you are thinking like mother love should be like this, but because let me see, like theoretical, you are saying a lot of things how a mother should be, but practical, you don't have that experience how really it is to have a mom, So when you
yeah,
have this practical experience and then you go to relationship, then you have a good balance, how
yeah,
women are,
how
how they react and things like that. Because when I look to my mom, and I went to my relationships, I could also relate a good, okay, women are like this because I seen my mom being like this. African women are like this because my mom is African woman, so African women, they react like this. So you know the stuff a little bit because you have seen your mom doing those things, So you have a little, how can I say, you have a better understanding how women's are, especially African women's. Yeah, I understand, bro. I understand, man.
like I said, like I don't even know how to say this, man. But not having a mom has really fucked me
Yeah.
up. But
So let's go a little go back to the how to say, to the past. So once you lost your
like,
mom, of course you grew up with your father, you grew up with your aunties, you were done, and your father was in Amsterdam and so how can I say, wow, I think it was difficult. Your mom is not there, your father
yeah,
is also not there, bro. I just can't imagine how
yeah,
hard it was for you.
yeah, bro. Like it was very hard. Like and also like life was great, but it was more like how you put it, like it's like you don't have control of anything, and it's like you feel like you're just living the life, and the same love that you get, like you would get from your mom, like even your mom's twin sister can't give you the same thing. Trust me,
Yeah.
like it's very different, because like for instance, if let's say sometimes I was stubborn, then let's see the sort of punishment or the sort of reaction I'll get from like my auntie, you would feel like maybe it's quite harsh. Yeah, like maybe it's a bit like it's, you understand, like it's a little
I
bit,
understand. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
understand, but all the time, like you feel a bit disconnected, like it's like you are always like in this sort of hole, and you feel like you are like you go in life and you are like you understand, because you don't have the
Yes.
proper connection. You don't have the proper like look out for. Like you don't have a woman in your life that can actually
Protect
speak
you. Yeah,
to you.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like it's like yeah, you are there, you are being taken care of, but no one actually cares, bro.
Yeah, it's more
So
like that's why we can really see that only give your children like food and like food and drink and let them go to is has nothing to do with because they are parents. There are some people say why why you talking too much? You have drink, you have food. Other children they don't have that, but
yeah, but
it's more than just give food and just give drink and send them to school. There's more that attention that
bro,
caring
like
part.
no, bro, you know what? And you know that time that the time that I actually grew up to miss my mom the most is now. Cause you know what?
Mm.
Like now I'm fully built and well established, and it's like I
You
look back.
understand more. You understand
I'm
better.
just I'm just thinking like if my mom was alive, she would be enjoying, bro. Like we would be talking on phone, always laughing. Like, but I'll be buying her gifts and chilling with her. Like you understand? Like, and it's like I can't do that because it's like yeah, like I don't even know what it feels like to have a mom and my aunt. My
Understand.
so it's like there was a connection always missing. There was a connection because yeah, your aunties they are taking care of you and stuff. They are treating you like a son, but they are not treating you like like it comes out like the way I'm saying it. You think that oh, but then it means that your
You are
aunties
ungrateful or something like that. Yeah.
yeah, or maybe they didn't do well. But if you are a woman, you understand that no one can ever love your child the way you yourself you will love your child.
Yes. That's where I understand that bound that that's why I say a child knows his mom. You feel like it does
Uh,
that feeling that I don't know how to explain that spiritual feeling that like even
yeah,
though you are my auntie, but you're not my mom. A child can feel like can feel this because
bro.
I really understand you. When my mom tells me like she loves me, she's my mom. I do feel too like this is my mom. She didn't
Yeah,
she don't have to show me that pictures the way like today we can let our children see like you see you come from your mom. I'm cutting your how do you say that
it's different, bro. It's different.
navel string.
It's,
Today I can show my children about that like when I'm cutting your navel string. But back then we didn't have like those photos. But still, you feel like this is truly my mom. You feel from the inside, and yeah, I do understand when you say
like,
that
it's different,
there's this
bro.
connection. Mhm.
It's different, bro, because it's like me, the way I feel, yeah, it's like I'm always feeling like if my mom was alive, what would it have been like? And I've asked myself that question from time till now. I still ask myself that question. I'm like, if my mom was alive, how would it have been like? What would it have
Yeah.
been like? And it's like the only thing that has really kept me going is that
Mm.
I really feel her spirit around me. Like I'm not it's very deep. It's like mostly like anytime sometimes I get sad and I'm crying about the fact that I miss my mom or something like that.
Yes.
And I get some sort of feeling that she's there for you, she's consoling you, she's seeing you free in life, she's the reason she's proud of you, like and I just motivate myself with these like stuff like that.
Yes.
So even I remember my first tattoo I ever got, it was of my mom. And
Mm.
before I would get my first tattoo, I spoke to my dad about it that I don't have any memory of my mom. I want to
Yes.
get a tattoo of my mom. And he was like, I know that it's really a hard subject for you, but you have to think about it. I know that you cry a lot, this, that. I don't want you
Yeah.
to carry it as like anytime you look at your tattoos, your
Then
mom.
you become sad instead of
And,
happy. Yeah.
and I was like, no, I'm doing it because it's like it's a part of me and I want to like
Yes.
it actually has a positive it brings me like positive feelings and it motivates.
Yes. Yes.
She's there for me, she's looking out for me, and like and I just have that, and I keep going like far in life, bro. But
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
hard was
I
to
understand.
explain what I've been through in life in my childhood without a mom. It was really hard
I
because
understand, bro.
like I didn't really have family like that. That was like my family lived in Europe. I live with my grandparents and my aunt and my aunt's husband, and it's like you have to go to school. Sometimes they have to represent you, and maybe they also have like tight schedules and they can't make it.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And like, you are just missing out everything. And what actually worried me the most was the fact that in school I see people's mom bringing them.
Yeah. So how was Mother's Day? How was Mother's Day for you when okay,
Bro,
Mother's
bro,
Day, everybody's doing like this
bro,
Mother
bro,
Day thing? Then what
bro,
did
let,
you do then?
bro, let me tell you, I don't celebrate Mother's Day.
Hmm.
Let me tell you this. I can say that from the time I was like, I don't even know what Mother's Day is. From the time I was like younger till I think the last time I cried about Mother's Day was when I was like 20. My 20th, that I like when that 20th year. Because you know what? Every Mother's Day I was crying. So imagine
Hmm.
I've been crying on Mother's Day. Imagine. I've been crying more than like 12, 13 years every Mother's Day. So
Wow.
last time I cried, and I said to myself that, you know what, I'm not going to cry about that anymore. I want to not celebrate Mother's Day as when I turned 20. So from 20 till now, up to 20, even just this, when they had Mother's Day last time,
Yes,
I was off social media, bro. I don't
I
like to,
understand.
I don't, bro, that's just me. Like, someone is going to be,
Hmm.
like, it's not even that deep, bro. It's deep. Like, I don't like to see people posting their moms. I can't stand it.
Hmm.
So any time it's Mother's Day, my family, like my sisters will call me, they'll be like, how are you feeling? Because they know I used to cry a lot. So
Hmm.
like like they call me to just be with me, we'll be talking on phone, chilling, then they'll be like, how
Yes.
you like you understand, just to make sure I'm okay, because it's like every Mother's Day I'm blacked out, I'm depressed. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
bro, I'm not
understand.
gonna lie about that. So I
Thanks for honesty, man. Hmm.
don't celebrate Mother's Day. Me, I've never celebrated it before. Like people will be, cause bro, I used to cry a lot. I'll see people posting on their WhatsApp, this, that. Then I'll just be
Yeah.
fake. Like you
Yeah.
understand? Right.
Yes.
So I don't do Mother's Day. I don't do that.
So do you have like picture of your mother?
Listen, I have a
So how
picture.
how does it feel to see, how can I say, to see her pictures
You
and
know,
still like wondering how was it if she was here? Like you're seeing your mother, you're seeing how beautiful she was, and maybe your older sister and your sister. Yeah, you have your older sister and then you, and then
yes,
uh, yeah. So how can I say that? Well, let me explain very well what I'm trying to say. So you see her photos, and maybe you see some pictures there and there, but you were trying to like understand what's going on in this picture. Do you speak like to your sister about your mother, like how was mom, or with your father, how what kind of person she was? Do you speak with your sister, with your father about it, or
no, no.
why
I've
not?
I've never had that talk with my dad, because my dad didn't tell me what happened to my mom. Because you know why? When my dad talks about the day my dad spoke about my mom, he cried. So he's also just like me. Like you understand? And the moment
Yes.
we sit down and talk about it, it's gonna draw us back in so many emotions. Because I've sat down and seen my dad cry watching my mom's photo. And he didn't know I was watching.
Yes.
You understand? So I know what it means to him as well. And I've never had that talk. The only time I've spoken to, so I found out about how my mom died through my mom's twin sister before my dad told me about it. And the day he told
Yes.
me about it, he cried. He told me about how, so my mom was obviously pregnant, innit? Like she had to go and deliver, and she went to the hospital. Like they went to the ward, and the doctors were like she doesn't have the opening yet, so she has to wait for some time.
Yes.
So like they calculate, then they know that maybe it's going to come in the morning. So
Yes. Yes.
so they left my mom in the ward, thinking that in the morning, let's say around 7 a.m., the open
Mm,
going to deliver. And you know what happened that night? So my dad was in the hospital, but my dad like left to go get some clothes at home, like clothes to
yes.
hospital. And my mom bled out. She bled. Like
Wow.
she bled out, and she ran out of blood, obviously. And the doctors couldn't take her, like, yeah, like then so I asked my dad, so where was the nurses when she was bleeding? Like,
Yes.
and my dad was like, yeah, like yeah, like it's a night shift, isn't it? So you as obviously it's not the same time during the day, and this is Africa as well, man. Like so it's like she bled out, she lost a lot of blood, and by the time they took her to the like to have a C-section, she
Yes.
she lost the baby had already died in the stomach, and my mom also couldn't make it, so she also died.
So your little brother or sister was
Yeah,
also they died together.
yeah, they died. The baby and my mom
Wow.
died, man. So it's like that was very fucking hard. Like, sorry, like it was very hard for
I
my
understand. Wow.
so like I asked my dad just told me about what happened, and he was like, yeah, I think you are old now to know. So this is what happened, and he also gave me the date. That was my mom died. My mom died 20th May 1999. That was the date. The day
Wow.
she died at dawn around 12, 1 o'clock.
So what does that datum do with you then every time when you see like 20 May? What does that with you?
Yeah, bro. So 20 May is a blackout day for me. I've got that tattoo as well. So I've got my mom's name and the whole death. I've got the day she died as well. Like there's also so me 20 May is a blackout for me. Like
I
I know,
understand.
yeah, bro. I don't do Mother's Day. I don't do 20 May stuff. Like like that's just me, innit? So that
Yes. Yes. Wow.
is really
So,
crazy.
bro, let's go. Let me see. About the past, there's something I want to ask. I don't know, guys. Those who are seeing us, if you have some question for Jeffrey, feel free to put some questions in the how do you say
The
in the
comment
reaction in the how do you say that?
comment section or comment
Yes, in
box.
the comment section. Feel free to ask questions so I can ask Jeffrey.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so far, we heard about Jeffrey, his
You
story.
know,
Like wow.
tell you this, yeah, bro. You know what? When this topic is so like very broad and sensitive that if you don't have a connection, you will not understand what it feels like.
Yes, I
You know,
understand. Mhm.
like who can connect to my story properly is someone that has
But also, true.
because you are listening, it just sounds like a story. It just sounds like, oh yeah, but yeah, it's sad, isn't it? But but the details of it, the emotions and how sensitive it is, you can't connect properly
That's
because you
true.
you don't know what it feels like. This
Yeah.
is bro, this is deep. Like this is deep, because like life itself to be shaped in the perspective of your life that you think like you are going to this direction, it all comes
Yeah.
from parenting, mom and dad.
True.
So for it as a child, for it like for you growing up and you not to have your mom or your dad is very crazy, it's deep. Anyone that doesn't have one parent in their life, they know what I'm talking about, trust me.
Yeah.
If you
So
have both
I,
parents,
I can imagine. Look to those. How do you say? Weeskinderen. How do you say this in English? Weeskinderen.
they're orphans.
The orphans,
Yeah,
yes, like I think for the orphans it's harder because you don't have a father and you do not have a mother. So you feel like who am I in this world, because your parents give you also some kind of identity who you are, and when you don't have both parents, then like what I'm doing here on the earth. So Jeffrey, one question before we go to the present, so how was it for you then? Because you're from Ghana, I think when it comes about faith, maybe you said about God, about Jesus. Were you angry to God? Like, God, you're this God
yeah,
Almighty.
yeah,
Why
yeah,
you
yeah,
let
bro.
my mom go?
Bro, that was when I was young. When I was young,
Tell me about it.
yeah, when I was young, bro, I'm not even gonna lie. I was really hard on myself. When I was young, like, when I was young, I used to always talk to God, like, especially in school. The time that I really experienced the disconnection is in school. Because school was
Mm,
socialization. In school is where you meet a lot of people,
yeah,
like,
it's true.
have your big social life, innit? So it's like, when I was in school, then are all these like my friends and their parents and that, like, then I'm just like, God, where's my mom? Why did you take this from me? Why? Then I'll just be pissed off with God, then I'll
Yeah,
be crying, then I'll be like, and you know what, anytime on my birthday, bro, me I've cried a lot, yo, bro, I've cried a lot. And
I can understand.
maybe it's just because I don't know if it's like my sentiment of my temperament, like that's just how I am. But like
Yes.
on my birthday, sometimes on my birthday I'm crying. Because I'm thinking like my mom gave birth to me is on my birthday. Where is she? Like my dad will just give me money to chill in it, but I'm just thinking like my mom in it. Like you understand? And
Yeah.
it puts me in so much sorrow. And like I'm not even gonna lie, even my girlfriend, like it's very hard for her sometimes. Cause I'm not gonna lie, she's been one of my biggest motivators. Like
Yes.
I've achieved so much in life. And sometimes I'm still sad about the fact that I don't have a mom and she has to stand up and be there and she's gonna be like, babe, you have to be strong. Your mom is fucking
Mm.
proud of you. You are a good man. This, that. Like she's just motivating me because
Yes.
she knows how sorrowful this thing makes me. You understand? And
Yes. Yes.
bro,
Yes.
I'm 28 years, but I'm not even gonna lie. Just last 2 weeks, I was laying on my bed crying about my
I
mom.
understand, man. It's okay, man, bro. You're still, you're
Yeah,
still human. Yes.
yeah, I was crying about my mom just last 2 weeks ago because I just had a family issue and I was just pissed off. And I'm just thinking, like, listen, I don't want stress. Like, if my mom was alive, all this bullshit wouldn't have happened. You
I
understand?
understand.
My mom would actually just talk to me and be like, it's fine, this, that. Or she would actually stand up for me, you know? Like,
I
but
know,
I
man.
don't have stuff like that. So I'm just thinking, like, but school was really the toughest phase of my life. School,
Yes.
in school,
I
bodies.
can, I can relate to you because I know how it is, for my story too. I grew up with that. My father was around then when I was like 14 years old. He went away, But even when he was with us, I didn't really have a good bond with him. But the hardest thing, yes.
Someone asked Nick, so thank you
Yeah,
for
yeah. I'm gonna put the question. I'm gonna put the question. Let me just finish what I'm
that.
gonna try to say. So what I'm saying is like on Father's Day, it was like also like for me very hard, like to see how everybody's making like these present things for their fathers, and me, I'm like my father's not here. Even today when my children come to me and they come give me like Father's Day present, it hurts me a little bit. Like wow, how was Father's Day for me? And it makes me sad because when Father's Day was for me also like horrible time. I was like, I don't want to, okay, my father didn't die, but he left us in a very bad situation, and every time when Father's Day, I was like, no, there we go again. Everybody comes with what you're gonna give for your father. And eventually the teacher already knew, okay, elder has no father, so don't talk to him about father and things like that, So just to I know I cannot really understand for you how it feels, but just a little bit I can relate a little
Yeah,
bit.
I relate, bro. It's quite similar.
Yeah. So well, let's go to the question. There's a question here. I'm gonna put on the screen. So
So thank you for your transparency. It's not an easy subject to talk about. What would you advise young men or women who are going through it right now? Like, trust me,
yeah,
hmm, it's not an easy journey, bro. But what I'm gonna say is, you need to be strong with what you believe in. It comes with belief. Like,
mm,
as a Christian or as a Muslim or whatever, you need to trust in your God, man. Like, and you have to know that me personally, what has kept me going is anytime I'm in a situation like that, I feel blessed because you know what? I feel like the Bible
mm.
makes us understand that people like us, that we don't have parents or whatever, like we are blessed. Like God actually blesses us more, like blesses us more. That's what I believe in.
True.
You
That's also what the Bible says. God
yeah,
is like closer to the heartbroken. And
you
even
understand?
though my father man will left us, God would not left me according to Psalm
Exactly.
91. So
So,
yeah.
so me like this, I'm a good Christian, and it's like I pray a lot about anything I go through. So the
Even though
moment,
you are wearing God.
oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
The Bible says that he gives and he takes, isn't it? Like you have to be content with whatever happens in life. God
yes.
knows best. You understand? So it's like me as a Christian, I just feel like what advice would I give to young men? Listen, you just need to believe in yourself and just know that I feel like they are there protecting us. You understand? Like they are seeing us through. Unless you are living your life some way. If you are living your life some way, whatever way you are living your life, that affects your life. So
True.
if you are doing certain things that would have negative results on your life, of course. But I think like if you are doing the good thing, because the thing is, the advice, you can't tell someone not to dwell. You can't tell someone how to feel. So like me, I know I'm good. Sometimes I'm very good. I'm like positive, but sometimes I get sad and I start crying about it again.
Yeah.
And that's
True.
just me. So it's just like
So yeah.
uh, coming to advise me that, oh, stop crying. It's not like, bro, you don't know how I'm feeling. So you can't come and tell me to stop crying. You understand?
So the best way is just to let him express his emotion, express his feeling and things like that. That's the best solution that you can do to someone that lost maybe his parents. So give the person the space to grieve,
Yeah,
to express his
yeah,
emotion or her emotion.
yeah. And I just know that, like, for me, like, it's just with God, like, because God sees you through, and that's the only way you can see. Because this is a cut that you can't wipe away. This is like a
Mhm.
scar. It's a scar in your life. You can never wake up the next morning and you'd have your mom back. You understand?
Yes,
You just need to believe in yourself, in your God, and just move on in life and just do the right things to be happy. That's it. And I think, like, you would be happy because God will make you happy. God will put people in your life that will make you happy. Like, I have a very great family. I'm not gonna lie about that.
yeah,
Like,
man.
you know already how, like, often I even go to London and stuff like that. Like, I have a great family. Everyone is happy with me. I'm proud of myself, and I know my mom is also there protecting me and guiding me. But I can't stop crying, or I can't change the fact that she's not there. You understand that one?
Yes,
Even your girlfriend can't fix that for you. It's a scar on you. So the advice, you just have to be tough and just believe that you are living life, innit? And you have to also be able to be there for your kids.
yes,
That's very important because so if you are someone who's going through stuff like this, you can't expect you to like make your kids go through the same thing. You
yes,
need to also try and be there because this is like this is not like parents who have separated. This is losing a parent.
and yes.
That is
Wow,
very like deep. It's very, very deep. So,
true, true.
like, bro. So I mean that's my answer to the question, if it makes sense.
Wow. So let's go now to a little bit about relationships. Let's go about relationships. So because normally a mother is the first woman in a boy's life, and so many things, of course, that your mom do and says to you when you grow up, you are like a little bit maybe looking also that to a woman. When you grow up with your mother, you start understanding women's better, and things like that. So how was it for you when it comes about falling in love with a girlfriend, and how was your build your image about women's when you when you had a relationship.
Yeah, me personally, yeah. So I wanted a girl that could take care of me like my mom. Simple as that. So it was if it's hard to find, then obviously I move on in life, innit? You understand?
Mm.
Because it's like you a person who's mostly like that, you need someone that not take care of you as in buy clothes for you, but emotionally. It's very important.
Emotionally. Mm.
The emotional aspect has to be really paid attention to, like, because it's very important. Like, they have to know how to treat you, they have to know how to talk to you, they have to know how to, and they have to also know about your situation, obviously, so that they can understand what
Yes.
you understand. Because if they don't understand what you are going through, imagine, like, some girl is just gonna come in your life and tell you that, yeah, like, I know you don't have a mom, why are you even being sad, this, that. If you
Yes, yes.
you know,
Mhm.
like, you can't, if you come and talk to me like that, that's a big red flag.
Did you ever had someone like this, a girlfriend that comes, like, you are the man, you should provide. Why you're crying? See, man up. What are you doing?
No,
Did you have some of kind of experience?
no, but yeah, of course, some girls don't care, you know, some girls don't care, like, and that's how I know you are not for me. Simple.
Mm,
You understand? So when the right one that you meet is going to listen to you when you are sad, they know how to bring you out of the sadness.
yes,
They know how to like be able to listen to you and to be there for you. That's the most important thing. That's all.
yes, yes,
But if you have someone like that, then you'll be just fine, innit? Like yeah, cause like relationship is cause me, my expectations are when in a relationship, like, cause I'm just thinking like, oh, if my mom was alive, she could have actually done this for me. She would do that. So I want to see that in my girlfriend. Yeah.
But how can I say? Because relationships is all about compromising, right? It's all about compromising, and sometimes, like I say, it can be very overwhelming to women that you have like a boyfriend that really wants you to be like, you are a girl, you are a woman, you need to do this, you need to be like this, you need to be like this. Sometimes it can be very overwhelming. So how do you go through those kind of? How do you communicate to let her understand
But
that you are not trying to make her like to be your mom, but simple way just to to understand. How do you do that then?
I understand what you mean. So the thing is, like, it's about compromising and sacrificing. And I'm not expecting you to be my mom like you bet me. Like, it's just the little things, like to look out for me, pay attention to the emotions and that. But on the other hand, I also have my part to play as a man in her
Oh,
life.
that's a good thing. That's a good thing, bro.
So it's like I can't come and give you responsibilities when I'm not even performing my responsibility. It's hand in hand, bro. Because
Well said.
if
Well
yeah,
said.
that would be very selfish of me to just go into a relationship to expect that, hey, this is my problem. You just have to do this for me, then we are all good. Nah. I have to also listen to my girl. I have to like treat her right, make her feel so it comes hand in hand. So as
Yes.
I understand her better that she also wants this, because who knows, she might also have a problem or
Yeah, maybe she comes from another family with other things, other expectations. Like a man should be like this, and a man should be strong, and a man should work. And then she comes with a boy that lost his mom and wants more emotionally affection. And maybe her image of men is like men are not emotional because so many girls think that we men we are not emotional. They always think men needs to be
no,
strong. Men they just gotta do what they gotta do, and they don't need to cry. There are some women that think like this,
yeah,
and they give
but
so much pressure on you as a man.
yeah, but me, to be honest, I think like that's quite funny, because me like this, my girl tells me that I'm very emotional sometimes, you know, like I'm not too hard, so it's like me, like I know my role to play, so I play my role. You also play my role. Simple as
Yeah,
that. Peace of mind. We are just happy. We are enjoying our life, innit?
yeah,
As that. But like that's also a lot. Like that has to also deal with so many things, like the compatibility. Sometimes you are not
yes. Comfortable, yes,
just
true.
don't understand each other. So it's like you are expecting the girl to do this, and she's also expecting, but you are not doing it. So it's like misunderstanding. Then obviously the relationship is not going to work. You
And I
understand?
believe that guys like you should really be a good communicator because I understand too that when you like in your case, I think it's very important to make her understand what
No,
kind of person you are
I'm
because
not.
you're
I'm
not
not.
what.
I'm not. Like, to be honest, yeah, because I've been through so much in life. I
Yeah.
protect, and that used to be a problem for my relationship because it's like,
So you don't want to express your
yeah,
emotion. Yeah.
you are like I
Tell
can
us,
be,
tell us.
I can be very sad. Then I'll just be thinking about my mom and stuff like that. But because my girl knows me, she can sense it. You understand? Like it's like we've had so many moments of this that she knows that then she'll start questioning me like, "Are you okay, babe? Are you okay, babe?" Then I'll be like, Then she'll be like, "Nah, I know that you are da 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 da." Then she knows how to snap you out of it. But
Yeah.
I'm not. In the beginning, I wasn't really a good communicator because I like to keep
I
it out,
understand.
because it's like, listen, you don't know what I'm going through. I'm coming to tell you about it. You don't even know what I'm going through. What are you going to say to take me out of the situation? So I always used to keep stuff like that to me. Then I'll be moody. Like I get my mood will just change. I'll just be moody. Then
Yes.
I'm just not like communicating properly. I'll just be like cut off. Then it's gonna be a problem. Then my girl will start complaining like, oh, this, that, that, that. But now she knows it. So she easily knows how to make you communicate to.
Yes.
Then she knows the things to say to just snap you out of it.
Yes. Yes.
I just think like it all deals with the person like you are with. Like if you are with the right one that you think like they understand you better, then you're obviously like not gonna have like moments like that. You
Yeah.
understand?
But
So
still I think like it's very important to communicate because me myself, like, I grew up with this mentality that a man should be strong and a man should not cry and a man should just do what a man gotta do. So when I get married on 22 years old and my wife was 19 years old and we are like living together for a long time and still I had this problem with communicate because when everything was good, there's no problem. We talk and things like that. But when I had like bad moments, I really isolate myself. And she's like, "Babe, are you okay?" I'm saying, "Yeah, I'm okay." And she knows that I'm not okay, but I didn't really want to tell her about my feelings. Speaking out,
men,
speaking my feelings out. I didn't do that. I was always isolating myself and just like, okay. And then when I'm finished isolating, then I'll come. And still, I didn't really talk to her about it. And then she started really talking to me like, you should talk to me, because so because for me as your wife, it's also difficult to know to try to understand what is going through. You need to talk to me. So because of her, I really start really like talking, about my emotion, because I learned all this. Because for me was like, growing up was like, every time when my dad beats me, he never gave me the chance to express my emotion.
Uh,
So I just kept all the emotions inside, and the only way to express those emotions was by fighting. I was someone really fighting a lot at school, by fighting and things like that. When you make me angry, we're gonna fight. Even though you're gonna beat me up, I will beat you too, and I
yeah,
don't care. But because I was so angry, I could not like express those kind of things, those kind of feelings. So when I went to my marriage, I was also like this. When I was angry, I was like shutting everything off, isolating myself maybe for weeks. I don't want to talk to my wife, and she's like, "Why you are like, verwaarloosd? What's verwaarloosd? Abandon me, things like abandon me, you know." Why you give me the feeling of abandonment? What's going on? Talk to me. So my wife really teach me to speak about my emotions. So that's why.
she's a good woman, and you should keep her.
Yeah, I know, I know,
Yeah, some girls don't give it like they don't care about that. Some
I know,
girls
man.
don't care about that. So if you have someone like that, she wants to see you happy, and that's why she cares about you a lot. And that's
Yeah,
the
definitely.
person that you need in your life. You understand? Like
True.
my that's that. So like if we have problems or maybe I'm not opening up, she knows that something is off because she knows that I'm 100%. I'm really a funny guy, but
Yeah.
when she knows that if Jeffrey is not okay, she knows that Jeffrey is not okay, and she's
Mm,
100%. But like it also has to do with like the PTSD from like being a child. You carry so much pain and like
true.
when you grow up like with it, and like you are just it's like you want to protect your energy and your mental space. Because
Yes.
people like us, we don't want to just allow anybody in our head.
To come, yes,
Yeah,
yeah, to mess up with your heart and things like that.
yeah.
Yeah,
So like it's a whole lot, bro. But
I understand.
not having
So,
a man.
what's your advice? What's your advice to the ladies out there if they one day come across someone, a man like you, lost his mom? What's your advice to them to understand, someone like this better? What's your advice?
So I love this question, bro. Thank you.
Thanks.
This let me tell you something. The ladies out there, yeah, you have to understand that you are going to give birth to your own kids one day. Don't even start thinking about the man. Think about your future at that particular. So if you go in the relationship and you have the man and they start telling you that you are going to know because you're going to ask your man that, oh, your parents, this, that. That's the beginning of a relationship. So, he doesn't have a mom. You have to be very soft on the man because it's not easy. Trust me, it's not easy. Any man that tells you that he's lost a man, particularly in my situation when I was a child, a baby,
Mm,
you have to be very soft and easy on the man because he's been through a lot. If it's different if the man says to you that, oh, ik ben 30 years, ik ben like Ali, you understand, like I lost my mom when I was 30 years or so, then that
it's
one
different. Yes.
you can understand that, oh, he's had so much time with his mom, and like you understand. But I haven't had time with my mom.
True,
I've never
man.
gone to the park with my mom. My mom hasn't sat there at my graduation to watch me complete school. So you have to really take your time and be like, because I'm very like, it's like, and it's also like a deep attachment to me. So you need to know how to talk to me. You need to know how not to disrespect, because me, I respect women. If it's different, if I'm violent on you, then
Yes.
you understand.
Some
You
some men becomes violent because they don't have a good, they don't have mother's love. So the way they treat women
know,
is like
but
I don't care.
yeah, but it's true. But that violence comes from a reaction. Because think about it, it's not normal that you don't have a mom, so you are going to be disrespectful to a woman. It's only if a woman has been hard on you, let's say your stepmom,
Mm.
or you have been in relationships that you got so much disrespect.
Then you're
It's
gonna,
not,
yes. It has
no,
nothing to do with your mom.
yeah, it has nothing to do with your mom because you don't have a mom. So why would you go and disrespect a woman? You don't even know what it's like. You understand? I feel like that one should even make you feel more like calm and to want to
Mm.
what a woman feels like. You understand? So
True,
I think
true.
that situation is different. But I think men who are like, yo, I don't have respect for women because no. then it doesn't make sense. Then like he has been through something else that has made him like that.
Yeah, that's a good answer, bro.
Very true. So, like for me personally, I would just say to the woman that if you get to know your man, you know that he doesn't have a mom and maybe he lost his mom when he was a child. You just have to be soft on him. Like I don't know how to like to explain it like being soft on him, but you need to be able to take care of him
Yeah.
emotionally.
So a
Like
little bit like be somehow indirectly also be like
build him,
a mother for him, you know. So
build,
like
build,
yeah,
build them. And when you build them, you are not gonna regret it. Trust me. Trust me. Because me like this, like yeah, like I appreciate my girlfriend because I know what she's doing for me emotionally wise and everything. So it's like she's like my mom.
yeah,
Yeah, like she's my girlfriend, but she's also like my mom. Like anything that happens in my life now, I talk to her about it. I don't even talk
yeah,
to her because I'm a man. So it's like she's my like that's why I was saying that it has so many impacts because it's like there are some things that you can just phone your mom on your hello mama. You
true,
can
yeah,
this type of like you understand, then your mom is gonna be like, oh, then you just have that open conversation because it also comes with experience because she's
yes,
older and she's raised you up. She knows all your weaknesses, bro. She knows,
true,
a mom knows all your weaknesses that your dad doesn't even know. Trust me, there are a
true.
lot
That's
of
true, man. I can
there are
relate to that.
in that a man can a woman can easily play a mom and a dad than a man playing a dad and a wife. It's not possible, bro.
Yeah,
Men are built like that. Men are not built like that. That's why I know that, like, when it comes to, I had that conversation with you at work that when it comes to bringing up a child, the woman is 70%. When it comes to parenting, women do 70%. And that's why you need to have all the respect for them, bro.
true.
Trust me, there is no way
That's
any
true.
man in the world can be like a woman. It's never possible. It's never, that is my opinion. I don't know about someone else.
I'm with you too. You know, I'm seriously. I agree with you when it comes about parenting. It's like even for me growing up without a father. You know, I've seen how my mom did the best that she could, and I believe that if it was my dad, I don't think he could do what my mom has done. Seriously, I think he couldn't. I think he will just let us go. But I do say that because of my mom's love for me, I believe that I can do that.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
believe that I can do that because, also because my love was never, my brother said, Rick, the guy that also works with me, he said he never shared his love with the parents because he grew up with the father and the mother, so he always like going to father and mother, so he has a good balance. Me at the White was like only mom's love. I've seen my mom gave me all the love, and I gave her also all the love till, of course, my wife came along, and then I need to to separate my love. But what I'm saying is like for me now as a man, because I get so much mother's love, that's how serious. That's how also I treat my children. I clothe them. I douche them, I bring them to school too because of my mom's love, So I say if something would happen with my wife, I know it will not. I think I will take the responsibility to be and a mother and a father, even though I don't know how it is to have father's love, but because of my mama's love, I'm becoming a better, even a better father than my
Better.
own father.
Exactly.
Even though I don't know what it is to have father love,
Yeah, yeah.
but because only of the love of my mom, I can do all things, man.
No, and you know what? I love the way you just answered this question. So now you're gonna remember when I was talking, I said that people like us, because of what we've been through, we don't want to let our kids go through that.
Exactly, true,
You understand? So now I'm very happy that you are saying this now. It's because of what you have been through that
true,
you are able to clothe and like do all pour out this sort of thing. You understand? So that's how it works, bro. So I just
true.
think like it all has like negativity and so much pain and bitterness. But at the end of the day, if you are a very well focused person, you are gonna be like be the light, like be the light
Yes.
to your generation and to whatever. So bro, it's very hard. Like me, this topic there, I don't like talking about it too because
But I'm very proud of you, bro. I'm very proud you're doing
no,
this.
no,
I'm very proud, man.
I'm just in my head like, why am I talking about my mom? Like you understand? Like
I
who?
do.
Like you understand? Like my mom. I just wish I had one. You understand? And I don't know what it would have been like if I had some. You
Yeah.
understand? I don't know, bro. Like maybe I don't know what my life would have been like. You understand? Because I see so many
Yes.
people, like I see my grandma. I was very close to my grandma. I loved her so much. My aunt, my granddad, but it's still not the same. It's not the same.
Yes. I understand, man.
It's not the
Bro, I have
same.
a last question. I have a last question for you, and then we're gonna finalize because we're now like 1 hour and
It's,
10 minutes, so we need
that's
to close it. So, what do you think about? I don't know if you already have done or not. And maybe it's gonna also be some personally question. What about talking about talking to psycholog? What do you say in English?
like, is it like personal? What the
No, een psycholoog naar psycholoog gaan. Weet je, going to a psycholoog and talk also to a psycholoog is something
like
that maybe
therapist?
you,
Like therapist? Yeah, 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 yeah. Like a therapist.
yes, a therapist, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, yeah.
You
Yeah.
went to a therapist or something like that
No, bro.
personally?
No, bro. You know why? So my girlfriend is my therapist
Okay.
because it's not therapist to just give you advice from the books. That's what I believe in. You
Yeah, at the end of the day, you gotta do for yourself, man.
understand? Listen, if I'll go to a therapist, I need to ask myself that has the therapist lost their mom?
Mm.
If you listen, that's why I said to you that me coming on live to you, if someone hasn't lost their mom, they can't connect to how I'm feeling. They
Yeah.
can't. They can't. They can't. If I go to a therapist and I go and sit down and I'm talking about how I'm feeling, I'm going to ask the therapist,
Mm.
do you have a mom? If they tell me no, I'll also ask them, when did you lose your mom?
Mm.
You answer these two questions for me, then the conversation can roll. That's all. Like
Otherwise,
that, otherwise, it's a no.
mm. So the best way for people like you who lost their mom is just to to talk to other people that also have the same experience, and because of that, then you can also like help each other and build each other up, right? So
Or
that's what you say.
if not, then you need someone who is emotionally intelligent to understand. Like,
Mm.
because let me say this to you. I'm going to give you an example.
Yes.
Smart enough to know that when I go to a therapist and I start talking, they are going to give me the same things that I already know. And
Most of the time, yes.
that won't be the solution, bro. Because you can't tell me that if I am sad or I'm start missing my mom, I should start reading books or I should start praying to God. Bro, listen, you know how many years I've been doing that?
Mm. And still not helping, yeah.
No, bro, this is like this is a scar on you that
Yes.
nothing can fix apart from God. You understand? This is a scar on you that no one can fix. Like I'm gonna be 70 years to still remember that I don't have a mom.
True, that's true. Even you know, you might tell your son too. Where is Oma? Where is Oma? You know,
Yeah,
even because my children know. My children know. Like, okay, sometimes they ask me, where is Opa? And they mean like my father because you know I have also like a stepdad, but they know already like my stepdad is not my dad. So they say, where is Opa? And Varom, what's you
yeah,
know? I try to explain like, okay, Opa is there and everything is all right, but you know they're
okay,
gonna start asking me those kind of questions. You know, so
bro,
yeah.
bro. A human being is not like a broken chair that you can replace. You understand?
Mm.
This is not a broken laptop that you can get a new one. It can never be replaced, bro. And this is something that is PTSD. You live with it for the rest of your life.
Yeah, you just need to know how to deal with it
You
and move
understand?
on.
You
Yeah,
understand? Because
yeah,
I said to you, I'm 28 years. This last 2 weeks, I was still crying about my mom. But people see me outside smiling. I'm like, yo, bro, what going? Like,
yeah. I
they
understand,
don't know what
bro.
I'm going through behind. You understand? They don't know, but
Yes,
all they see is the laughter. But bro, this is very deep. This is very deep that it doesn't have nothing to do with being rich or achieving so much in life. You are still gonna miss your mom. You are still
yeah,
gonna like trust me, it's so deep that you can even make an achievement. Then you be thinking like, how I wish I had a mom to congratulate me.
true,
Mom
true,
was so proud of me. You understand? Like
true.
it's very like detailed. Like it's crazy, man, bro.
Yeah, I can understand, bro. I just can imagine without mom's love. I say like my mom, because of my mom, you know, even though my father wasn't there, but because she was there, bro, it makes like everything all right. You know what I'm saying? So wow, 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 wow,
Yeah,
bro.
and
Thank you so much, man. Thank you so
yeah,
much. Seriously.
that's why I also respect everyone that has a mom. You know what? Let me tell you something, yeah. I'm one guy that I have so many friends, like my friends in London, yeah. They tell their mom, shut the fuck up, this, that. Sorry for saying that. Like they're being rude. Then I just sit them down and I'm like,
If you only knew.
bro, if you know what it feels like to have a mom, you just go to your mom and say, I love you, mom, and just kiss her on the cheek.
Hey, after this show, I'm gonna call my mom, man.
Bro,
And I'm really holding my tears, bro. Seriously, man.
I just said to my friends, like, listen, don't disrespect your mom like that, because I don't have one. And I know
Mm,
what I'm going through in my life, yeah. So you have this time to live with your mom, because she's, let's say, 50 years, you are what? She's gonna go before you, bro. So you want to wait till that day before she goes, before you start crying, then you be like, I miss you. At least you've had time with her. Bro, we didn't have
yes.
time, bro. We
Mm,
I don't know what it feels like to work in a grocery shop, in a supermarket, to buy, like, bro. So I told my friends, and they just think about it and they come to me, they're like, yeah, it's
you're
true
right, man.
what you said. And they go say sorry or something like that. I'm like, bro,
Mm,
look like that, bro. You need to respect. Like, bro, I don't have a mom, you know. You don't have any idea, like sometimes how I wish that she can just be there to see me like this, like a man like
yeah,
this.
I
You
understand,
know,
bro.
like, bro, it's crazy and it's very sad, because that's why I was saying I had a problem with God. I used to then,
I can
like,
I can imagine.
bro, it got to
Mm,
I wasn't even going to church, bro. Like, yeah,
sure.
I was like,
I
like,
understand.
yeah,
I understand. You are God, and you take my
you
mom
know,
away. You can do miracles. I'm reading in the Bible. Jesus is waking up Lazarus. Why you do this to my mom? So I
no,
understand. I
no,
understand.
no, I like what you said, but it wasn't even like that. So it was deep, because now it's not like if you say, yeah, why did you? It sounds like you've just lost the person, but I don't have one. So mine was very brutal. Mine was like,
Mm,
so people have moms in their life, and me, you didn't give me some. Where is mine? You understand? So that was very like attacking God. I wasn't going to church. I lost faith, and
I understand.
I was just, I was just living the life, like whatever happens in life, it happens, and like
Yeah.
I don't care about that. And that aspect, that when it came to you saying that, do you ever disrespect? Mine wasn't like that. Mine was like, I don't want to go and give any woman trouble, because
Mm,
my anger was different. My anger was like, if I go in the relationship and this woman is coming to talk to me anyhow, I'm going to not have it, because I'm like, even my mom, if she was alive, she wouldn't even talk to me like this. She would treat me like,
mm,
so if you
yes.
like a king, you understand? So that was my sort of perspective, or like anger that I was driving it to, like, you understand? So like,
True.
that's different, bro. Like, no,
Yes,
it's
true.
not.
And I think also like I really do believe that the bond between a mom and her son is seriously different with her bonds with a mother and a daughter. And I believe because daughters they grow up a little quickly, because faster than boys. We boys we like to really stick to our mom, just stay like mommy's boy. I really do because even my daughter is now like 7 years old. We need to close, but my daughter's like 7 years old. She become 8. She's already like really mature enough for her age, But that's and I read an article that said that girls, they grow faster
I want
than
to ask you.
boys.
I want to ask you a question. When,
Yes.
when you were about to find your wife, did your mom have an opinion in that? Did your mom have a good bond with your when she was your girlfriend before marriage? How was it
In the
like?
big, in the beginning, not because we are like we were very young. I was 17 and she was 15, and my mom was like, okay, whatever. But when really it becomes like seriously, then she will start talking to me, about how to treat a woman very well and things like that. And
So
she saw also,
she
yeah,
liked her just like you guys were young, innit?
what?
She liked her, but it was just like you guys were young. That
Yeah,
was
we were
just
young. Yes, we were young. She saw also that it really makes because I was angry. I was a boy. Like I grew up with anger, and it's because of my mom that I was a little bit slowly. But when I met my wife, my mom saw that wow, she's really changing me. She saw I was happy. I was cleaning my room every time when she would come over. I was happy. I was singing. I was cleaning my room, and my mom saw that. She saw how happy she made me. And
uh,
because of that. she was open for my girlfriend back then, and
You
of
know
course,
why? You know why I asked you that question? Because
yes,
every woman, every mom knows what might be better for their child,
yes,
but they are
agree.
not right. You know, because why I was asking that is because they have clothed you from child. Like there are a lot of things that your mom knows about you that your dad never knows.
Yeah, true,
There are a lot of things that your wife knows about your two kids that you don't know, and you'll be
true.
surprised. You understand? You'll be very surprised because, and so you know what, women are so protective that when their son introduces a girlfriend, they try to look at other things that you, the boy, you are not realizing it. Your
Yes,
mom
yes,
look at this girl going to be able to take care of my son properly. Like
true,
women care about that a lot because they
true.
don't want their son to make a mistake.
True. And I know that it's my mom. If my girlfriend was not good for me back then, definitely my mom would say, "Oh, don't go away. I don't want to stay in this room. She's bad for you." Because my mom is someone she will tell you. She will tell you. She is not like she tells me. Yeah, she will tell me. She will
That's why
tell me.
it all has an impact because there are some things that my dad, like my mom would care a lot about certain things, but my dad, what he cares about, he's paying the school fees, getting good results. You understand?
African dates, African dates.
You- that's what the men like. You understand? But the mom cares about the details of the
Yeah,
life.
it's
The
true, man.
details of the life, they care about it. Even when you are coughing or something chokes you, your mom wants to make sure that,
True, true.
hey, drink some water. What's going on? You understand? But
Even
your
till
dad,
now, I'm 34 years old. Okay, I'll become 34 years old, and still today I talk with my mom. I talk with my wife. Say, "Are you okay?" And things like that. Why you
yeah.
looking like this and things like that. I say, "Yeah, yeah, mom, I'm doing all right." Blah blah. When you gonna come over? I say, "Very soon, I'm coming. Don't worry."
So it's
Yeah, man.
a mom's love. I think like that's the greatest blessing ever. Like that's to be honest. Like I wish I really experienced it, but I mean it's so good. I'm still grateful for everyone that made it possible for me in my life. Innit? But a mom's love is the greatest love ever.
Yeah,
Like
true,
I would compare a mom's love to God.
true.
Seriously, that's why
Yeah.
sometimes I hear crazy stories about women that, like, it's actually very rare, like women to abandon their kids. Like, I hear stories like I don't know,
Yeah,
but
there are two. There are two. We need to be also like realistic. There are also some women that really abandon their children,
yeah,
but it's also because of how can I say what happened also in their
yeah,
and when they grew up. Because one day I had also this discussion with my wife. We talk about it's impossible for a woman just to abandon the child she carried 9 months. It's impossible. It's on if she does like that, it's because something really bad has happened in
yeah.
her, growing up that she can do
No,
something like that.
no, but even with that, she's gonna regret so much. She's gonna regret because you know what the child might become in future. You don't know. Like that's the biggest blessing that you are also throwing away. And that's why I said that kids like us that don't have like moms in our lives or one parent, I feel like we are blessed. We are the ones that God really see us through. Like to be honest, because bro, when I look at what I've been through in my life from childhood till now, the hardship, bro. Like I was going to the shop, I was walking to go hustle, make money. It's not that I'm from a poor family, but I had to man up. Like
Yes,
I had to man up. At the age of 10, man was going shop, like going to starting to know how to make money. You understand?
yes.
So you just think about it and you look at like now you are here chilling and you just look back and you look like rah. If your mom should be really proud of you. Like, and that's why I always say to myself that I know that my mom's spirit is with me, like, and she's proud of me. Like, anytime I'm sad, I just use the fact that I know she's there watching me to console myself. You understand?
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
bro, it's all good, man. But I can't do
Thank
it.
you, bro. Thank you.
Thank you very
So,
much.
bro, we need to move on. We
Like,
are almost there.
Charlie,
I just
anyway,
want to say to you, Jeffrey, thank you so much, bro. It takes a lot of courage to do this,
thank you, man.
and I know it's not always easy to talk about those kind of things, but I always say to people, it's good sometimes to tell your story, to share your story, to talk about your story, to be heard, to be understand. Even though I cannot really understand what you've been through, but at least I can appreciate, I can appreciate, the way you have overcome, because the only thing I can say around, like, you are a victorious man because you have overcome all these struggles in life, without a mother, and your father is abroad, your sister is abroad, and still, you were just there, man. And I just want to say you are victorious, man. And thank you so much for sharing your story, bro. And I thank you that I know somebody like you, because if one day I'm gonna come across people that don't that lose their mom, I cannot say, hey, I have a brother of mine. His name is Jeffrey, and I think if you're gonna talk with him, you can relate with him. He can help you to go through this, because life is all about inspiring people, bro. That's life all about.
Well, if you know what, it would have been so much better, and you know what, it would have been so much better and interesting if we were two. Like, let's say if it was like Ali, three people conversation that two of us had moms that we didn't like, then
Yeah.
you would just sit back and listen to how we
Listen.
come,
Yes. Yes.
you
Yes.
know, then you would know that we would have so much in common, we would have so
True.
many things about, but I mean, it's all good. I just, like, I know that in the beginning of the conversation has been a bit weird because I couldn't really explain, because I can't explain it, bro, and you need to
True.
understand,
Huh? Of course.
because it's very tough. Like, because you don't have it in your life, you won't understand what I'm even talking about. But I mean, I really appreciate that you gave me this platform to.
I appreciate you, bro, that you came to do this. And listen, and as I said, if one day I come across somebody that has lost his mom, I'll definitely let you know, so we can have like threesome, foursome conversation. And I want to listen to your experience, because we, like 2 weeks ago, we were like four of us, and three of us, we were like growing up without a father, and we grew up without mom. And we can really relate with each other, because one of the things that Cedric said is like he grew up with a father mother, so his love was like in balance, but our love was like all our love was on our mom. So when our mom is angry and she says something to us, it touches you deeply when you have like a balance, because when you have a father and a mother, then you can, like, if your mom says something, you can go to your father, like, pops, look what mom is doing, and your father can talk with your mother. But when you
Really?
don't have a father, where you to you to who you go then? So your mom is there angry and telling you all these crazy words and crazy thing, and it touches you so much because you love your mom so much. And when she say some ugly words, then
Yeah,
it touches you too much. So I can
yeah, that's
understand, man.
oh, bro. But
I
anyways,
understand. So
yeah,
thank you so much, everybody. There, I just want to give some. Let me see some reaction here. This is, by the way, this is my wife. Edith Chuang is my wife. You
oh,
can see
hey,
on the
that's
yeah.
cute.
So
But
very well said. And this one is also for you. Thank you, Jeffrey. So yes, man.
thanks very much. I appreciate it. So I mean, thank you.
Yeah.
I'll catch you up away. Yeah.
No problem, no problem. And so, Jeffrey, thank you so much for all the people out there. Thank you so much for watching us. And if you have some question, you can, for those who are gonna watch this after, if you have some question, just put that or just send me a question. I'm gonna tell Jeffrey and things like that. Or for other people that really maybe think, okay, I want this boy to come to, I don't know, to our church or to our youth group and speak about those things. Let me know. I'm definitely gonna ask Jeffrey if he has time to come, because I think those story will must be told. And yeah, so everybody, once again, thank you so much. Peace, God's love. We are
Uh,
out. Bye bye. Ciao.